What's up, you guys? Welcome to Nonsense at 9, a daily show where I talk about literal nonsense at 9 p.m. Central every single weekday. And today I want to talk about the biggest cornball of all time. Let's get to Dan Bilzerian. Now, this guy, I don't have many topics about this guy, but this guy's just an absolute cornball. I mean, his haircut alone, what is this? What is this? This guy thinks he's living the dream life, and I'll tell you, when I was 15 years old, I thought he was. Then I turned, 17. I was like, oh, this is just dumb. This guy's just corny, and he is. I mean, that haircut tells a story, guys. Just look at it. Like, what is this? It looks gross, but that beard, he could cut like a piece of iron with that beard. His jawline, aka his beard, is so sharp. Unlike him, this dude's dumb as rocks, it seems. But the way this dude talks just pisses me off. I mean, he acts like he knows everything, and he hangs out with all these girls that he pays to hang around him, and he's acting like they're all dying to be with Mr. Bilzerian. That's not the case at all. He said that he owned that massive house in LA. His company was just renting it. All of this, he just told so many lies about how much money he makes living this lifestyle. But when I was 15, I was like, this guy's the man. This guy's the man. Doesn't want to get married, just wants to do all this stuff with all these different models, but then you figure out that you want to get married to one single girl, and he's paying these girls, which is sad. And honestly, anyone who thinks Dan Bilzerian's cool isn't cool. Like, there might be like a 1 percentile of people that like Dan Bilzerian that are like cool, but usually there's like 14-year-olds, you know? But if there's like a 30-year-old that's like, yo, Bilzerian, Danny B is the man. Yeah, that person's just not cool. They're just not cool. Oh, they're just lonely, and I feel bad for them. But I remember when there was that shooting in Vegas, he was there at the scene, and he like ran away, which is fine. If there's a shooting, it's fine. You can run away. But then he comes back like 4 hours later with guns. He's asking the police if they need his help. Like, does he think the police are going to be like, oh shit, Danny B's back? Oh yeah, let's get him on the case. He'll figure everything out within 15. Thank God he showed up. Otherwise, we would have never gotten this solved. It's like, dude, no, like, go back home. Why are you trying to act all tough? Like, you ran, which is fine, but showing back up with guns 4 hours later is not doing anything. It just shows who you are. But I thought that was hilarious. Like, as if the police officers were gonna be like, dude, no way. We were begging for you to come back. Now we can finally solve this whole thing because you're here. Like, no, that's just not the case at all. I also saw a video of him recently that says if he becomes a billionaire, he's gonna work at Walmart to reset with a $100,000 a year job. It's like, dude, people at Walmart are not making this much. This guy just is dumb. I'll show you guys the video.
What I want to do when I become a billionaire is go work at Walmart for 3 months and have like a full reset, $100,000 a year job. Basic needs met, but like a massive change in life.
That should tell you everything about Dan Bilzerian. This guy's not that sharp thinking. You make $100K at Walmart. Yeah, and he was also, I heard him say that growing up rich is actually worse than growing up poor because you expect to have nice things. And they're it's like, come on, dude. What are you even talking about? Like, dude, at least you can eat. He's like, well, I'm not used to, when I have to move out my own, I'm not used to having like my own race car. It's like, dude, shut up. You're just annoying. You're a cornball. But I can just imagine, like, imagine what the average, like, 35-year-old Dan Bilzerian fan looks like. Just imagine that. To me, it's funny, because there's got to be, like, 35 to 40-year-old Dan Bilzerian fans out there. And those guys, I would love to interview one of those guys, because they aren't doing much in life, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, just imagine that. Just imagine that. There might even be one that comments on here like, you would die to have the life Danny B has. It's like, no, I'm fine. I'm chilling. I have a girlfriend that I really like, and I don't want to be Dan Bilzerian. Although I need that haircut, guys. I need that beard so sharp so my jawline looks sharp even though it's hidden by the beard. And the mullet, not even the mullet. I don't know what his haircut is. It's gross, though. Let's just throw one more Dan Bilzerian clip in here. Why not?
I mean, I always ask, usually within the first 5 minutes of talking to them, how many guys they've slept with. I ask them, like, what the sluttiest thing they've done, what the most fucked up thing. Like, I just get right to the heart of it, and I just, because that's interesting to me. Like, most of what I, talk to models about is not that interesting, but, like,
most of what he talks to models about isn't interesting, guys. He had to make sure to say that. I'm pretty sure his company Ignite, like, there's a lot of issues with it. I don't really know the financial state of it now, but I mean, this guy just lies and lies, saying that he owned the house, all the girls want to hang out with him, but that just wasn't the case at all. But he has like a weird army of people, and all they say is, dude, you would die to have their life. It's like, why do you watch this guy so much? Why do you watch, as, like, I don't know how old he is. He's probably like 40. Like, why is another 40-year-old watching and praising another man so much? I just don't get it. But I do think it's funny. I do want to talk to one of these people just to see where they are at in life. They might be working at Walmart making $100,000 a year, like Dan Bilzerian will do once he becomes a billionaire. And, you know, he's just kind of tired of talking to models, you know, just, they usually say nonsense, so he just asks some crazy questions, you know, just normal stuff for Danny B. But yeah, this guy's just a cornball. I mean, anyone, whenever I see him, I start laughing because I'm like, anyone who actually likes this guy is, and I don't know, like once you become 16 years old, you're like, not even 6, maybe like once you become 18 years old, you're like, I don't think I want this because I just want to be with one girl and get married. And he always says, I've watched like videos trying to prep this video, he says, I don't think I want to get married for the fact it's like a 50-50 gamble if they're going to take off my money or not. It's like, dude, there's like prenups and stuff like that, but you just don't want to be with one girl because you want to pay models for your company to, I don't know. But the whole thing's weird. He's just a cornball. And his fans are worse than him for the fact that they watch Dan Bilzerian. I'm talking about like the older fans. They watch Dan Bilzerian, they're like, oh my God, I would do anything for this. It's like, dude, what what kind of life are you living? But guys, that's Nonsense at 9. If you want to sub, that'd be great. Doesn't mean a whole lot for you guys, but it means a lot for me. I'm trying to do this full time. So why don't you like, why don't you sub? I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central Time.